Hi, everybody. It's Monday, 22nd of November. Just talking to some of the students, it's a bit chilly right now. So it's actually good to get used to the cold, just to expose yourself a little bit to cold. But of course, you need to dose it. You need to dose it bit by bit. Today, we'll have a bit of a warming practice, and I want our breathing exercise to be a little bit heating. Then we're going to use a tennis ball for a quick myofascial release massage of the chest. And then we'll get working on our cardiovascular health, as well as a lot of the muscle building exercises in the core. So sitting in a nice comfortable position, chest is lifted, back is long, and shoulders are wide. The neck is long as well. And generally we pull it back just gently so that we avoid this forward head position. We just want to pull back the neck and the jaw. So to start, we'll do some head nodding and exercises. We'll turn our head to the right to begin, come back to center, and we'll turn to the left. So just an easy turning of the head, getting the muscles of the neck activated and moving through all the articulation of the neck. One more time to the left, then bring your head to neutral, and we'll take a deep breath in, lift the chin, stretching out the throat, keep the mouth closed if possible. Bring your chin down to your chest. And again, you're nodding the head, lifting the chin, breathing in, and breathing out, lower the chin to the chest. As you do these exercises, see if you can keep your tongue in home position. Hi, Taina. I'm just going to mute you, my dear. Yeah. Up we go and down. And then we'll turn our head to the right and roll your head in a half circle to the left shoulder and roll it to the right. Now, as I've mentioned before, this is a really good set of exercises to do throughout your day. It helps to connect up the nervous system to the vestibular organ, which is behind the ear, helping to prevent any balance issues and to prevent any issues with vertigo and nausea. One more time to the left shoulder. And then when you finish up, bring your chin back down to your chest and slowly, gently begin lifting the head. Excellent. Let's bring the palms of our hands together, clasp the fingers, and push the palms skyward. So we get long through the back, lifting the chest a bit, but see if you can lower your shoulders. Take a deep breath in, breathing out, lean to your right, and we're opening up the rib cage. Breathing in, lifting, breathing out to the left. Good. Breathing in, lift, breathing out to the right, and notice at the same time the stretch of the waist. Keep your hips stable. One more time each side, breathing in as you lift to the center, breathe out to your right, breathing in, lift to the center, and out to your left. Good job. Come back to center. Let's bring our arms down and clasp the hands behind us. Stretch your arms as straight as possible, especially at the elbows. Oftentimes we have the elbows bent here. I want you to see if you can straighten out, lift your chest, chin stays lifted. Take about 3 deep breaths here. Deep and slow, in and out. One more. And then we'll bring our arms around in front, clasp the hands together, round your spine, especially the upper back, and tuck the chin in. Chin is tucked in. Good. That's it. Couple breaths here, and see if you can get the breath into the upper back. And then we'll release, arms come down. Set one hand onto the belly. I use my right hand. The other hand can be in your lap. We'll take a deep breath in through the nose, keep the tongue in home position, and breathe out forcefully through the nose. The belly goes in. Deep breath in, you release the belly without pressing out. And then you breathe out, belly goes in. That's it. Again, breathe in, belly goes in. One more time slowly. Breathe out forcefully. Now we're going to do it more quickly. So you breathe in and you begin pumping. Belly goes in as the air moves out. Pumping, pumping, pumping. That's it. It's a heating breath. Another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a deep breath in. Breathe everything out. Pull the belly button in. The perineum goes up. Plug your nose and tuck your chin. And hold it here. 10, 9, that's good. 8, 7, 6, 5, keep holding on to it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release your nose. Take a deep breath in and lift your chin. Okay. This type of exercise is a breath control. It's called Capalabati. It helps to heat the body up. It helps to heat up also the abdomen. Please be careful to lift your perineum as you're pumping the abdomen. So when we pump, we don't let go of the perineal muscles. We want to keep them lifted like a little mountain, like we're sitting on a little mountain, okay? Right hand on the belly again, left hand on the thigh. Take a deep breath in and begin pumping. Remember to keep your perineum lifted like a little mountain. Make it quality pumps rather than quantity. You do not have to go fast. Do another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Deep breath in. Now breathe out through your mouth. Close your mouth, tongue in home position. Plug your nose, chin tucks, pull your belly in and lift your perineum up this time. Hold it up. We're adding in these perineal exercises because the importance of keeping the perineum strong cannot be overemphasized. Especially with time, our perineums suffer. So we lose this muscle mass and we lose muscle tonicity there. We want to have the perineum strong. Release and breathe in, lift your chin, relax. So when you release, you don't actually press down. You just sort of relax the belly, okay? We'll do it last time. This is the third time. So right hand on the belly so you feel the movement. Left hand on your thigh. Open up the shoulders, take a deep breath in, and begin pumping. Remember, the perineum is lifted upwards as you pump. You just hold the perineum. Good. Another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth. Close the mouth, tongue in home position. Pull the belly in, perineum up. Tuck your chin. Holding another 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift your chin as you breathe in and you relax the belly. Good job, everyone. Take your tennis ball and we're going to massage the pectoral muscles. Now, for the men, you can massage completely over the pectoral muscles. For the women, avoid breast tissue, please. We're going to go above and we're going to try and get the muscles above. So start at the center of the sternum on the right-hand side. You'll take your left hand and roll diagonally. Now, I mentioned if you don't have a tennis ball, what you can do instead is use your two hands with the middle fingers, the 3 middle fingers, and you just make circles and move in a diagonal direction to the shoulder. Go from the center, moving in a diagonal direction. Now we want to rise a little bit going across as well. So we get all of the muscular structure, because it goes all the way up to your collarbone. So going diagonally back and forth, sternum to shoulder, and go as low as possible without getting actually on top of the breast tissue. And if you do a lot of push-ups like I do, it may be a little bit sensitive. And if you find some sensitivity there, which I do, I find it right in the center, stay with the tennis ball or your fingers and make little tiny circles as you breathe in and out, releasing these tense parts of the muscles and of the fascia can be very, very beneficial. Good. It helps with the posture as well as breathing. It can also help with blood flow and lymph flow. And also it helps to rehydrate the fascia. So let's go for the other side. Take the tennis ball or your fingers and start going diagonally from sternum to shoulder, sternum to shoulder. Keep the shoulder relaxed. Take deep breaths as you do this. And begin to become mindful as well. This can also be meditative. Noticing how your body feels and the reactions and what's going on in your body. Going diagonally, maybe you can go a little bit lower and a little bit higher up towards the collarbone. Good. And then find if there is a trigger point, and then you want to make little circles. I can see Doggy is getting jealous. He wants the tennis ball. Mine would do exactly the same. He would be like, what are you doing playing with the tennis ball and not giving it to me? Good. Take deep breaths as you release some of the extra tension. And then we can place the tennis ball to the side. We won't be using it anymore, but just after massaging here, let's do some circles with the shoulders and see if you can feel a release of tension as you bring the shoulders back and down. Breathe in, up, back, and down. Good job. And before we get on all fours, clasp your hands once again behind you. Stretch the arms as straight as possible. Lift the chest. Get a good stretch into the chest and into the fronts of the shoulders. Excellent. And then bring the arms back down and let's get on all fours. So onto your hands and knees, everyone. In the hands and knees position, let's start with the hands under the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Take a deep breath in and curl the spine. Breathing out, rounding. If possible, keeping your tongue in home position. Breathing in and curling. Breathing out and rounding. So you can get full mobilization of the spine and the neck. The shoulders and the hips also move and they begin to warm up. One more. Good job. Come back to a flat back and stretch your right leg behind you, tucking the toes under. Let's get into the ankles, the backs of the legs, even the backs of the knees. So we just gently rock back and forth, pushing the heel back and releasing. Continue with a smooth breath. Your head is lifted as well. You breathe in as you go forward, maybe breathe out as you go back. Breathe in and out. Once more, breathing in and out. Let's raise the right leg and make a circle with the foot, like we're drawing a circle, as if the foot becomes a pen or a pencil. Change the direction of the circle. Now bend the knee and flex your foot. Push the foot a little bit higher and bring the knee down to the floor and look at it with your head. Keep the foot flexed, raise it high and come back down. Look where it touches the floor one more time. Lift and then bring the knee back down. You can keep your head up now. Left leg behind you, toes tucked under. Let's press the heel back as far as possible and come back forward. Take your time with this, stretching out the calf muscles, Achilles tendon. This also helps with mobilization of the toes. We're stretching out the bottom of the foot, the plantar fascia as well. Breathe out as you press the heel back. Breathe in as you come forward. One more time. Now lift the leg, pointing the toes. Let's make a circle with the foot as if you're drawing on the wall behind you. Change the direction of the circle. Now flex the foot and bend the knee. Lift the knee higher, engaging into the back body. Then bring the knee down, look to the floor where you touch. Come back up, lifting. And the floor where you touch. Lifting, lift the head along with it. Touch back down on the floor. And last one, lift. And we just bring the knee down now. Open your knees and sink back onto your heels for child's pose. Reach your arms far out in front of you. Lower the forehead down to the earth and take just a couple of deep breaths here. Releasing any tension in the back and the hips. Deep breaths. And looking forward, let's come up onto the hands and knees again. Hands farther forward than your shoulders. Bring your knees in a bit. Now let's move into a bowspring position. So you're curving your spine with awareness and with mindfulness. You want to feel the curve without dumping into your back. You don't want to completely let yourself go. You're lifting and creating a curve. This creates a stretch through the belly and a lengthening through the belly. Let's bounce back and forth a few times. This helps to warm up the knees, gets the glutes engaged, and it generally just feels really good in the articulations. All right, from here, keep your hips sinking back, tuck your toes under, and we take a crouching cat without losing the curve of the back. So keep the curve and just lift your knees. Press your hips up and back, and then we'll bring the knees back down. So we're gonna do this 4 more times. Keeping curve. Lift the knees, press the hips back, and coming back down. Can be a big challenge for some. Lifting the knees, hips up, curling it back. Good. Quite a challenge for me. It feels really good, but I do need to keep awareness at the low back and engage nicely through the backs of the legs. Let's do this 1 more time. Keeping the curve, lifting. Now I'm going to step my feet wide. And let's walk our hands back until the knees come to a 90-degree position and the heels come down. The fingertips are on the floor, just in front. Now we're going to bounce lower. We bounce here about 10 times, down and up, fingertips down, chest lifted, head lifted, looking forward. Another 3, 2, 1. Now one hand at a time on the thighs and lift the chest. Keep your hips behind you. So you come up into a little higher squat, but the chest is lifted, belly long, hips pushing behind, and the knees are bent, but not too far forward. They should be over your ankles. We're going to raise the right arm up next to the right ear. Staying here, lean to your left. Whew. Coming back, bring the hand back onto the thigh. Left arm up, lean to your right. Good. Back, change again. Right arm, leaning over. Back, left arm, leaning over. And coming back. From here, raise both arms Hold for a moment. Lift the chest, lift the head, lengthen out the belly. We're holding 3, 2, 1, and come all the way up to standing, releasing through the legs. Good. Step your feet in one at a time. Now let's step our feet forward, going lightly and gently as you walk forward on your mat. Once you're at the front edge of the mat, have your knees soft. So no hyperextending of the knees, just soft. Shoulders wide, chest and ribs lifted, hands to your heart center. Feel yourself in a perfect posture right now. Exactly the way you would like to feel if you're feeling proud, confident, and strong. Take a deep breath in and raise your arms, stretching skyward. Let's bring our hands to the heart center, bending at the knees. Bring the elbows down to your knees, and then the hands come to the floor. Step your feet back, finding a plank position. Open up the chest, open the shoulders, lift the chin. Lower your knees down, opening your hands one at a time. Take your time. You can lift your feet if you wish and do 1 push-up, down and up. Then move all the way to the floor, pointing your toes, lengthening out your legs, hands under shoulders, lift up into a little cobra. Bring your chest back down, push up and back, crouching cat or down dog. Choose which is best for you. Hold this position for 3, 2, 1. Looking to your hands. Begin stepping 1 foot out to the other, coming to the front edge of your mat. Bend your knees low, hands to your thighs. Push against your thighs to lift your chest. Once you are here, bring your arms next to your ears. And then come all the way up to standing. Arms straight by your sides. Find that perfect position. Strength, confidence. Feeling good. Hands to your heart center. Let's take another deep breath in and rise up. Elbows come to knees, moving down. Stepping back to a plank position. Take it slow so you can be aware of how you're moving. Knees come down, feet can come up. Open your hands. 1 push-up. So really work through the pectoral muscles. And then move all the way down. Pointing the toes, hands under the shoulders, lengthen out your legs, and rise up to a little cobra. Bring your chest back down, up onto the hands and knees, tucking your toes under. Take that crouching cat or downward facing dog, and we hold here. 3, 2, 1. Look forward, begin stepping forward until you reach the front edge of your mat. Knees bend low, hands to the thighs. This is important. Support your back as you lift up to a chair. Then arms by your ears. Then all the way up to standing. Good job, everyone. Hands to your heart center. Keep moving through it. Deep breath in, rise, reaching. Folding, hands come to the heart, elbows to knees. Beautiful. Stepping back to a plank position. Let's do this. Okay, bring your knees down, then open your hands wide. Doing 1 push-up, down and up. Good. Move yourself all the way down, point your toes, rising up to the cobra, and push back to down dog or crouching cat. Good. Hold the position. 3, 2, 1. Stepping forward. And really get this right. All the way front edge of the mat. Good. Hands come to your thighs. Lift up first with the hands to the thighs, then the arms up to the sky. Good, that's it. Now come all the way up to standing. Here we go for a last round. Arms by your sides, find the perfect posture. Hands to your heart center. Take a deep breath in, go a little faster if you wish. Rise up and fold all the way down. Stepping back to a plank position. Bring your knees down, opening your hands. Do one push-up. Good. And then all the way down, point your toes, rising up to a cobra. Good. Pushing back to down dog or crouching cat. Excellent. Stay there for 3, 2, 1. Looking good. Stepping forward until you get to the front edge of your mat. That's it, ladies. Hands to your thighs. Now lift up to a chair position and stay in the chair position, bringing your hands to your heart center. Raise your right leg up. The foot is flexed. Set your gaze at one point. Keep your hips back. Bring your hands now to your hips and stretch your right leg behind you, keeping the standing leg bent. Reach your arms behind you. If possible, clasp your hands together to stretch out the pectoral muscles. Now come back, rebending the back leg into the chair position, hands at your heart center. Raise your left leg, hold, setting your gaze at one point, holding it here. Now leaning forward, stretch the leg behind you. It doesn't have to be completely straight. Stretch your arms behind you, clasp the hands together, and stretch the pectoral muscles, pressing the leg back. 3, 2, 1. Back to the chair position. Fold now all the way down, chest against the thighs, fingertips on the floor. So get your chest as close to your thighs as possible. Reach your right arm out in front of you, fingertips on the floor, and bring your left hand to your left hip. Begin straightening your left leg as much as possible and pull the chest forward. Turn to open, right knee stays bent. Raise your left arm, twisting. Looking skyward, we hold. 3, twist, twist, twist. 2, that's it. 1, bring your hand back down, rebend both knees. Fingertips in front of the feet, bring your chest against your thighs. Now the left arm reaches out in front of you, fingertips down, right hand to the right hip, and begin straightening the right leg, twisting to your right. Go as far as possible. Open up the right arm, looking up to your right hand, and we hold. 3, 2, 1. Coming back down. Good job. Bring your hands now in front of your feet. Set them down and step back to a plank position. Lift your chest forward. Let your back curve. Knees are soft. Shoulders open. And we hold here for 5. Keep breathing. If it's too much, bring your knees down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently lower your knees to the earth. Move yourself down to the earth. Point your toes, lengthening out your legs. Open up your shoulders wide. Rise to a little cobra. And hold here. 5, lift the chest, open the shoulders. 4, bring your arm bones back, back, back. 3, 2, and 1. Bring the chest back down. Push up onto the hands and knees. Whew. Step your hands back a little bit. Stretch your right leg behind you, toes touching the floor. Left arm out in front. Dynamically lift the right leg, left arm, breathing in and breathing out. Just touch the toes and the fingertips. Breathing in, lift. Breathing out, lower. Breathing in, let's lift. Breathing out, lowering. 3 more times, lift and lower. Once more, lift and lower. Bring the hand back down, Bring your right knee forward next to the right hand, and the ankle comes in. So you're going to bring the right foot towards the left-hand side of your mat, very close to the left knee. Then you'll sink back, sliding the right ankle back until it touches the left knee. This is Falcon Pose. And you're just going to press the hips up and back. If you wish, reach your arms far out in front of you, and you can bring your forehead to the floor. Holding here, 3, 2, and 1. Releasing. Come up onto your fingertips and see if you can bring the right foot out in front of you. One hand at a time on the front thigh. Lift the chest. Let your hips be a little bit forward, but the back keeps curved. Let's raise the left arm and twist to look over your right shoulder. Turning here, holding. 3, 2, 1. Come back to center, hands to the hips, tuck your back toes under. Get ready, we're gonna lift up. So you need to lift up through the perineum, through the chest, push into the back leg, and lift up, and we come back down again. 1, back up, hands on the hips. 2, getting strong in the right leg and the right glute. 3, 4, and 5. Step your left foot forward. Find that perfect posture. Hands to your heart center. Sink down into the chair position. Okay. Take some deep breaths here. Set your gaze at one point. Now we're going to lift the left leg. Lift your chest and look skyward. So begin lifting the chest, leaning back a bit. This is Shiva, Shiva Asana. Holding 3, 2, 1. Bring the foot back down and change. The right foot lifts, staying strong. Lean back a little bit. Set your gaze. Holding 3, 2, 1. Coming back into the chair position. Fold yourself forward until the chest touches the thighs. Hands come down to the floor and step back again. Remember, we're doing the whole sequence again to plank position. Lift your chin, open your shoulders. Breathe in here. 5. If it's too much, you can lower your knees to the floor. 4. You could also lower down your elbows if it's too much for the shoulders. 3, 2, and 1. Move yourself down. Whew. Pointing your toes, lengthening the legs. Let's rise up to a little cobra and we stay. Open up the shoulders, open the chest, lift the chin. 5, 4, 3, 2. Stay focused. 1. Chest comes down. Push up onto the hands and knees. Hands step back. Right arm out in front now. Left leg behind you. Here we go. We lift. 5. Just touch the fingertips and the toes. 4. This is excellent back work. Keep going. Breathe in as you lift. Breathe out as you lower. In as you lift. Out as you lower. Good. 1 more. Hand comes back down. The knee can come forward. Turn the foot in so it goes towards the right-hand side of your mat. And then slide the leg back. So it's a cross-legged position. It's like a pigeon, but a lifted pigeon. We call it falcon. Walk the hands forward. Press the chest down towards the thighs. Keep your hips lifted. You can lower the head if it's comfortable. And hold. There's also stretch going on of the shoulders, underneath the shoulders, and the pectoral muscles. So be aware of that and mindful. Lift your head, walk the hands back. Uncross the legs and set the left foot in front of you. Coming up. Lift up through the chest. So the hips are just slightly forward to get a stretch of the hip flexors. And we increase that stretch of the psoas by raising the right arm and then twisting to our left. Left hand comes to the left hip. Turn your shoulders, turn your head to look over your left shoulder. Take deep breaths, holding the position. Good job. Unwind. Hands come to your hips. You can tuck the back toes under. Take a deep breath in, lift up through the perineum, lift the chest, and we come up, keeping our legs in this position to be able to do the lunges. So go down 5 times. Keep everything lifted. 4. Working that left leg and glute. 3, 2. Here's the last one. 1. Stepping it forward. Re-find your perfect posture. Take a moment just to recover. We just did a full body workout, everyone. Good job. Hands to your heart center. Deep breath in, let's rise. Folding, bringing your elbows towards your knees. Setting your hands at the front edge of your mat. Step yourself back to a plank position. And we'll lower gently to the floor, all the way down. Hands under the forehead. Feet are hip width. You can move your hips from side to side. These next postures have a very deep stretch component of the pectoral muscles, but also a nice work down through the QL muscles, quadratus lumborum, the low back muscles, and the stretch of the obliques, okay? You're gonna go very, very gently and slowly, please. Open your legs, bend your knees, and you can touch the toes together. So the toes touch, big toes touch, knees are wide. We'll start with the left arm stretched out to the side so you can see what I'm doing. You're gonna set your right hand next to you, next to the shoulder, elbow bent. And we're simply gonna twist the lower body, lifting the right leg up, toes still touched, and you'll turn your head. You'll notice you go into a deep stretch of the pectoral muscles of the left arm stretched on the floor, as well as having the right leg up. You can have your head down if you wish, or you could have it lifted. Stay here and let the stretch happen, taking deep breaths. There's also some work going on at the low back and the glutes. Another deep breath in, and turn back. Knees come back down, stretch your legs, hands under the forehead, move your hips from side to side. Good job. So go slowly. If at any point you feel any pain, back off the posture, please. Right arm out to the side this time. Left hand on the floor next to the shoulders. Bend your knees, toes touching. Let your feet now go to the right. Turning your head to the left, feel the opening down the front of the right shoulder, pectoral, and you can lift your left knee to get some more work in the glute. You can have your head on the floor or lifted. Left hand is supporting you so you can push into the floor. Good job, holding and breathing deeply. That's wonderful, everyone, well done. One more deep breath in. And we release slowly, coming back. Hands under the forehead. Release your legs, move them from side to side. Lifting your head, chest, and shoulders. Bring your arms behind you and clasp the hands behind you. This is one of my favorite back positions, snake pose. We're gonna lift the arms, head, chest, shoulders, squeeze the shoulder blades together. If possible, straighten at your elbows and then lift your legs. If it's too much to lift the legs, keep them on the floor. Feel the front chest opening up as well. Shoulders behind you, breathing 3, 2, and 1. Come on back down. Hands under the shoulders, push up onto the hands and knees. Right hand off the mat, left hand on top. Press your hips back. And we change. Left hand off the mat, right hand on top, pressing back. Coming back here. Let's step our hands back onto the mat and step your knees forward. Okay. From here, I would like to do a quick exercise for the arms. If you are comfortable sitting down on your heels, do that. This is hero's pose. It's also going to stretch a little bit your quadriceps. If you are not comfortable here, I recommend you stay kneeling on your knees like this. Okay, you could even have your knees apart and the toes touching. Sometimes this is better for some people in their knees. Raise your right arm up. Draw the right arm back so that the shoulders are square and bring the arm over the head, reaching down towards the hips. Left arm comes up, draw it back, turn the hand and reach up to the right hand. If you can clasp the hands together, great. If not, you reach for them. It becomes an active stretch, which is just fine too. Close your eyes. Tongue in home position. Open your eyes, releasing the hands, fingertips on the floor, and roll your shoulders. As with all of these positions, if there's any position that creates pain, please stop. You can do it modified as well, just don't go as far. Left arm forward, draw it back, up and over the head. Right arm, draw it back, turn and reach up to the left hand. Clasping the hands together perhaps, or just reaching for them in an active stretch. Lift your chin, keep the spine long, close your eyes. Opening your eyes, release. From here, bring your feet to one side. Let's come to a seated position. Feet at hip width. Grab behind your thighs and roll right down onto your back. Okay, everyone. Stretch your legs a little bit farther out. Knees slightly bent, heels into the floor. Arms by your sides, lift the hips. Here we are in the hamstring bridge. Pull your heels towards your hips. And if you would like to go farther, raise your right foot, then bring it back down. Now the left, good. Bring it back down. The right, back down. The left, back down. One more time each side, right, woo, and left. Excellent. Bring the hips back down. Step your feet in, soles of the feet together, knees wide. Push your feet against each other, squeeze your glutes, and raise your hips up. Now we do some active work. We're gonna press up, pushing the feet together and lifting the hips higher. 10 times, 9, 8. Keep breathing throughout. Feel the work in the glutes, inner thighs. Keep pressing your feet together. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Bring the hips back down. Separate your feet as wide as your hips, maybe a bit wider. Elbows into the floor, squeeze your shoulder blades and raise the hips up. Half bridge pose, staying here. Feel the work happening in the glutes as well as the thighs, and we breathe Nice and deep and slow. Raise your arms over your head, reaching behind you. Lower the back, one vertebra at a time. Very, very slowly. Good job. Once you're down on the floor, bring the soles of your feet together, knees wide again in this reclining butterfly. If, however, this is not comfortable, you could do it with straight legs. It's as you feel most comfortable. Now, clasp your hands behind your head and open your elbows. Lift your shoulder blades up, right and left, just to get a long spine. Push the soles of your feet together, just like we did in the frog bridge. And you should feel an engagement down through the hips, inner thighs. Now, pull the belly in, make it long, and we're going to lift here. Breathing out, 10, 9, 8. Push your feet towards each other, 7, 6, 5. Feel like there's a lift through the perineum as well. 3, 2, 1. Now keeping the frog position. I want you to bring your left arm, reach to your right knee and change. Reach to your left knee with your right arm and change. Reach and change. If there's a pull in the back, do not go up as high. Keep pressing the feet together. Breathing out as you lift. Another 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your head back down. Lift your knees up and stretch your legs straight up to the sky. Point your toes very strongly. Cross your right ankle over your left ankle. So it's like a pointed ballet lift. Bring your hands underneath your gluteal muscles and pull your perineum upwards towards the belly button. We'll lower our legs for a count of 10, 9, 8, control it, 7, 6, if it hurts your low back, bend your knees, 4, 3, 2, 1. Uncross your legs, raise both at the same time. Left ankle crossed over the right, and let's lower down, 10, 9, that's good, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, get as low as you can, uncross, and rise up. This time, separate your feet, and I want you to cross right leg over left leg over right, crisscross, and begin lowering your legs as low as possible, crisscrossing right over left over right, go down as low as possible, and then crisscross back up. We're gonna do that 3 times. You could also do it with bent knees if it's too much for the low back. So let's head back down as low as possible, and then slowly rise back up, controlling. Last time, crisscrossing, right, left, move down. Keep breathing, and then rise back up. Good job. Now knees to the chest and rock from side to side. Well done, everyone. Well done. Lift up the feet, knees wide, feet wide. Grab a hold of the big toes. And I want you to rock from side to side, just with the big toes being held by the 2 fingers, the 2 first fingers. So your index and middle finger hold the big toes. And then coming back to center, see how much you can straighten the right leg, but kind of out to the side. It's going to be out to your right shoulder. And hold that. We bend the right knee and we change left leg. See how straight you can get it out towards the left shoulder. Holding. That's it. Good. And rebend. Now straighten both at the same time, as far as you can get them towards your shoulders. Holding. Keeping the big toes. Now see how wide you can get your legs. Open them wider, wider, wider. Yes. Holding and breathing. Rebend the knees. Release your big toes and cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Pull both of them in towards the shoulders and hold. If you have your feet flexed, it will help to protect your knees. So the feet flexed and aligning the ankles, like you're standing on your feet here. Bring your left foot to the floor. Keep the legs crossed. Let your knees fall to your left. Turn your head to the right, opening up your right arm to the side for a stretch as well into the pectoral muscles down the right-hand side. Looking to your right hand, just stay here and breathe. Uncross your right knee first, left knee follows. Just roll back onto your back. Good job. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Raise both legs and pull them towards you, either with one leg or both, or you could thread the needle. So you can get the knees going towards the shoulders. Flex your feet to protect the knees. Bring the right foot down to the floor and allow your knees to go to your right. Just let them get you into a spinal twist. Left arm out to the side to get the pectoral muscles stretched out for the last time. Good. Uncross, lift your left knee first, right knee follows. Wrap around both legs. Lift your head, nose between the knees, lowering the head gently. Let's stretch one leg at a time out onto the mat. Separate your feet and allow your toes to fall to the outsides of the mat. Take your hands and place them at your hips and sort of move your hips around with your hands to find a good neutral position. Then bring your hands down and move your shoulders side to side to find that neutral position as well. And then turning your head from right to left again, finding neutral. Turning the head back to look at the sky, just close your eyes. And begin taking some deep, slow breaths in and out. Staying here in this position. Bring your attention now to your feet and your ankles. And relax your feet and your ankles. Just let them go. Relax your hands and your wrists as well. Relaxing the arms and the legs. letting go of the back, the tummy and the chest. Let go of the neck and the throat. The jaw, all of the tiny muscles in the face. And imagine yourself just now in a pile of colorful leaves, the leaves of the autumn. Soft and warm. And they bring a childlike lightness to your mind, to your thoughts. Creative and free. And imagine that a word is written on all of these leaves. You see the word happy. Let all of this happy support you today. Yin moving your fingers and your toes, bringing yourself back to this moment. Raise your arms up over your head now and stretch from fingers to toes. And then gently lift your knees up to your chest and squeeze them against the chest. Rock a bit from side to side to release any tension in the back. And then roll all the way to your right-hand side. Set your hands down to push up from the side, coming to a seated position. Nicely done. Good job. And let's rub our hands together. Bring your hands over your face and gently tapping around the eyes. Shaking your hands out. Let's do that again. Rubbing the hands together, raise the heat in the hands. Bring them over your face. Tapping around the eyes. Shaking out. Hands at your heart center. May you have a very happy afternoon. Namaste. Nicely done, everyone. Bravo.